guys and gals, and we're here from Grooming Gaming, and Stuffy Mod Twitter, the Gaming Drag. Today I'm coming back at you another Let's Play episode of Far Beyond the World. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump right back in, shall we? Alarm chain, we're up, and let's go. Alright. Definitely gonna have to block that out. Alright. Me coming back not only shows that you're a wolf of honor, but also demonstrates that none of us has anything to hide. Me staying here not only suggests that there was more to my story than there really is, but also that all of you were involved in a cover-up. There's a war coming. I know. I was there. I've heard what happened. I sigh in frustration at this patronizing treatment. Do you really think I could just sit here waiting for the news of the horrors taking place scant 4 days away? That if I didn't go mad from fear for your safety, I wouldn't decide to return on my own accord? Whatever happens to you, I don't want you to be alone. I don't want to be alone. Orien. His tone softens, and hearing him utter my name in such a loving manner causes butterflies in my stomach. He's taken aback by my words, and I reach out into the water, holding his paw. I really don't want to stay here, and it's clear he doesn't want to leave me either. This is my life, a new life that I was given. I won't let anyone, even you, sideline me. My place is at your side, you know this. Deep inside, you know that we're meant to walk this path together. This is exactly the reason why I didn't want to tell you anything until we got here. He sighs heavily, retracting his paw. You have a way with words that can make complete madness sound logical. It was all pup talk. Why can't you see this? The wolf hangs his head in defeat. Think of me what you must, but I cannot willfully take you back, knowing what price you could pay. I look at him with mild hurt in my eyes. I don't believe for a second that he truly dismisses all this fate talk from before. My anger, although subdued, is still lingering between the layers of anguish and betrayal. Look, even if I agreed with everything you said, even if I wanted to, what possible reason could I have to take you back when I was expressively commanded by my father and Vithir to leave you here? Which proves my point. Aldris wasn't just her old bitchy self. She was very much onto their scheme. Your father and his friend are their own undoing. Maybe, but it's not my place to question the chief nor to naysay his advisor of many years. With them both wanting you gone, not even Varissa's hocus pocus could save your skin. He states with a slight hint of desperation, his voice returns to scrubbing his fur, signaling that the conversation lasted as long as it possibly could. He's struggling with this whole mess almost as much as I do, and although I'm still cross with him, I'm not discouraged nor bitter. His mind might seem ultimately made up, but it's not by him alone, as I initially thought, but at the behest of others. Instead of pushing the issue further, I need to find more proof that the logic behind this idea is flawed, and find some reason to revert this course. And in the end, if I'm unable to change his mind, there's no real point in digging my heels and picking up a fight if we are to part ways tomorrow. I'd rather we did so amicably, both leaving on good terms than either of us than have either of us harbor resentment. To his surprise, I dunk my hands into the water and pick up the washcloth, wringing it of excess moisture and helping to groom his fur in hard-to-reach spots. He's confused at first, but I can hear the water swirl slightly with the gentle movements of the submerged tail. Like, no? Oh, yeah. That's the stuff. Thank you. You're welcome, Fluff. I boop his nose with a gentle smile, drawing a reluctant chuckle from the male. Ranok takes as much time soaking in as I did, and once he's done, I help him dry his fur. Yes, he's awkward and flustered about it, but again, nothing I didn't see nor done before. He takes a sharp inhale as I rush the towel across his groin, and stifles a soft moan as I skim over the nether regions. Oh my. Truthfully, this feels more like payback for all the teasing I had to suffer than anything remotely gratifying. But I'd lie if I insisted that no part of me enjoyed it on some sort of level. And so does he, that would seem. I came to check if you need any more hot what? Sylph cuts off, opening the door and effectively catching me fondling the wolf who stands triumphantly splayed, with his tongue dangling out. Oh my, another one! Please forgive me! She yelps and jumps out, rushing down the corridor, giggling. Ranok's already on the other side of the room, mortified, while I share in the girl's merriment. Don't worry, seems this sort of thing is a norm around here. I chuckle, inviting him to return to allow me to finish the task at hand. Once he's all dried to the best of my ability, I stretch out lazily and yawn. This is very relaxing, I comment, leaving up my makeshift shoes next to the brazier and dry up, as that way it'll be easier to remove all the muck. For the time being, I'll have to be barefoot. Yeah, surprisingly, it don't take many plunge baths. The wolf admits with a shrug as he pulls up his pants. I help him with his gambeson and belt, and once he's ready, we proceed to leave for dinner. When we come back down, the room is even livelier and more animated than before. The number of guests has doubled at the very least, with the addition of quite a few colorful characters, and by that, I do not mean their coats. At the bar, a group of mercenaries, for lack of a better word, is enjoying their drinks and making merry. Two massive boars carrying heavy, intricately decorated axes and an equally big badger with a mace. If armed but not in uniform, they cannot be guards, and I doubt the city watch would allow bandits to walk around the town with weapons in hand. They must be muscle for hire. In that tune, I can see gambling continuing in the central tables, with cards and dice being enjoyed by at least a half dozen and twice the number of spectators. This place got awfully crowded. What time would you say it is? 14th hour at the very least. So around 10 p.m., I think to myself. I was told that the Broken Keg is quite popular among the lower class of this city. I croon, not entirely dismissive of the place. There's definitely a charm to this level of activity, even if the clientele is rougher around the edges. In truth, I could enjoy this, now that I finally picked up a drowned-out lute being strung by a small fox splayed comfortably near the window, with his hind paws on the table. He's playing a rather pleasant tune, despite the loud conversation, laughter, and shouting completely overwhelming it. In the far corner, I notice a cute athletic hyena in a very revealing tribal outfit talking some business over with a wolf and a husky. It almost looks as if they're flirting, with the towering males smirking every now and then between each other and their tails giving electrified flickers whenever the hyena stretches or giggles. I have to admit that he's quite seductive, and I take a note of some of his more subtle ways of provoking his companions. What are you looking at? Nothing. I shake my head, not really wanting to draw attention to this potential inter-kin threesome in the making. Was just admiring the scenery. Yeah, it's a lot to take in. Ranok sounds troubled, and I smile. I forget that to him it's a brand new experience as well. The last time he was here, he was just a pup, and I doubt they took him to such seedy places. I rub his arms encouragingly, only to pull back, reminded of our ongoing argument. As I turn my head away, I notice Sylph whispering something to the innkeep, who smiles gleefully and rubs his paws together. It doesn't take long for the pudgy male to trot our way. "Oh, Master Wolf, I hope the bath was to your liking." "Yes, now eat." "Oh, of course, of course." The tiger nods eagerly and leads us towards the table where the music comes from. "Right." "Oh. Is that the barkeep?" "No, that is the barkeep. Okay. Right. I've told you that you could only play 4 songs and then would have to order something or fuck off." He glances over the unfolded hat only to notice 2 small copper coins. "I don't see an order coming up, so beat it." The slap of the napkin causes the fox to jump up to his feet in a noticeable annoyance. "I didn't get to finish my 3rd one." "I don't care. Go earn your coin somewhere else. I've got a business to run." "And you wonder why your establishment lacks refinement if you chase away all the entertainment." "Refinement don't pay the bills, kid. While filling those tables does, and trust me, having them full is mighty more entertaining than your torturous harping." I feel slightly awkward and uncomfortable having the fox chased away, but the innkeep doesn't leave much time for us to dwell on it. "Here you go, good sirs. Let me tidy up." The chubby male flutters his napkin across the table as if it were doing anything. "I'll come back in a moment with your meals and drink. Ale, stout, or lager?" Ale's pretty good. Lager is pretty good. I'm not a huge fan of stouts. Well, actually, no. Indian Pale Ale is my least favorite. So I'll say stouts and lagers are fine. I will drink an ale if it's the only thing to drink. Ale. The table clean. It's a little too sour. A little too sour and hoppy for me. With the table clean, we take our seats, and I suddenly follow the fox with my eyes, feelings of guilt growing in my stomach the closer to the door he gets. As he's about to pass the pending menage a trois, he's quickly hooked in by the muscly arm of the husky. At first, the fox is taken aback, but a few seductive words cause him to brighten up and join the conversation with the remaining 2 members of this sensual troupe. What's going on there, I wonder? Seriously, what are you looking at? I blink, noticing Ranok's confused gaze is darting between me and the wider room. My face flushes, and I decide to shake my head yet again. I'm not going to discuss my flights of fancy in our current mood. It's inappropriate. It's nothing, just general curiosity. And there it is. The wolf traces his hand across the hyena's torso, causing the petite male to shudder with anticipation to the utter delight of the husky and his tightly embraced bard. Fuck me, someone's gonna have a fun, busy night. I pull on my neckline. The room has gotten mighty hot all of a sudden. Our plates land in front of us with a wooden clunk, while the same waitress that took us upstairs brings our overflowing mugs with a brimming, knowing smile. Here you go, boys. You must be famished. Now, if you need anything, just call, okay? As she says in a chirpy tone, and we nod in gratitude. The food doesn't look like much, but it smells incredible. It's a thick stew with strands of beef sinew intermingling with some carrots, peas, and onions in dark, rich gravy. It's all very much overcooked, causing every spoonful to melt in my mouth. Oh god, I've had stew like that. It was incredible. A hearty, welcome meal after a whole day of this drudgery. Not bad. Ranok nods approvingly after taking a mouthful, followed by a deep gulp. The stew or the ale? Ha! Both! He states with satisfaction. I jitter slightly at the rambunctious explosion of beer and laughter behind us. One of the gambling tables just witnessed an impressive comeback, and the players as well as spectators celebrate the winner. Seems safe. The wolf mutters reassuringly, and I grimace at his tortured point. No need for the pitch if the sale has already been made. I grumble, taking a prolonged gulp from my mug. I'm just saying it's lively and friendly. Too friendly. I snicker absent-mindedly, seeing the discreet touches devolve into shameless groping. The wolf and the hyena go fully at it, with no one paying them any mind, while the husky simply chats the bard some more. I'm not sure if the fox is really into it or if he's fishing for coin. Theirs is a more restrained courtship. Oh, that. Ranok turns his head and finally owns in on my point of interest, causing me to blush. I now see why your attentions are so divided. Can't say I blame you. He shrugs, returning to his meal. Seems quite fun. The husky got the short end of it, though. Seriously, Ranok. Don't you Ranok me. You're the one gawking at a public makeout session. The wolf smirks, and his happy tail taps draw from me a reluctant chuckle. I guess this place isn't all that bad. See, you can even entertain yourself while you stay here. He proposes coyly, finding what appears to be a rib in the stew and holding it up. Oh, and you'd be fine with that? Sure. He shrugs, gnawing at whatever meat is still attached to the bone. I mean, you made it perfectly clear that your choices are no longer my concern. Ugh. I sigh in annoyance. Although I can sense the air of levity to his jabs, I do not find this appropriate. It's too soon, and I still don't think he's treating my situation seriously enough. I don't want to stay here, interkin orgies or not. He chokes on my remark, coughing loudly and patting his chest, followed by a dousing share of ale. What? I shrug innocently. Two can play this game. Misinterpreting the lull in our spirited exchange, the barkeep joins us to ask how the meal goes. Everything to your satisfaction. Yes, yes. Anything else I can do for you, master? Not now. Leave. The Ranok sneers, putting down the now cleaned-out rib. The barkeep only smiles goofily and returns to his counter, while the wolf waits for some distance between us to resume our conversation. I really need you to work with me here. Our situation has gotten incredibly dangerous, not just for us, but for everyone involved. Yes, I understand that, but I've told you what I think of this ludicrous plan of yours. It not only won't work, but will also backfire spectacularly. And then, no matter what you do, you'll put everyone in danger. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and pause it right there. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and check out our Patreon if you can. It always helps. Anyway, I love you all, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye!